Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of solving factorable quadratic equations. Remember from yesterday, we learned that a key point was in order to solve these, we needed to set them equal to 0. That's why solutions are also known as zeros or roots. So we have a little algebra to get through here so we can rewrite our equation that's given into an equivalent equation that fits the form we're looking for. First thing I notice is that it's not equal to 0, and we've got a little action here where we can actually distribute. So that's where I'm going to start. And I've got y times y, which is y squared minus 3y, and that's equal to 4. Well, we're getting closer to what we know. Next step, in order to get it equal to 0, well, we're going to have to subtract 4 from both sides. So I'll do that for us. So now we've got our quadratic, y squared minus 3y minus 4, and that's equal to 0. Luckily, this is a factorable quadratic. There are no common terms, and it's not a difference of 2 squared, but it's a simple AM trinomial where the leading coefficient, or the A value, is 1. So we're looking for those two numbers that multiply to make -4 and have a sum, or add, to -3. I'll pause the tape while you decide. How many of you came up with -4 times 1? I bet everybody did. So now we'll factor. -4 y plus 1, and that's equal to 0. And somebody just asked, could you have rewritten this middle term and then done the grouping exercise? And of course the answer to that is yes, but it adds an extra step for you. This, when a is equal to 1, once you come up with this, you've got your factors. So now we still don't have our solutions. So here's where we set up our two equations. That zero product property says if the product equals 0, one of these two factors has to be equal to 0. So that's what we're going to figure out. What makes this equal to 0? Well, if y minus 4 equals 0, when I add 4 to both sides, y is equal to 4. And that's one of my solutions. Well, what would make this one equal to 0? What makes that factor equal to 0? Well, if y plus 1 equals 0, well, then y would be equal to -1. Those are our two solutions, and that's how you solve these factorable quadratic equations.